All right, greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Make sure you go to ILA before we get started. Go to ilaamir.com. Again, ilaamir.com. That's ILEAMIR and get your Africa is the Future t-shirts. Again, go to ilaamir.com and grab your shirts. Also, go to dynastymir.com. Excuse me. Please go to dynastymir.com and just check out what we're doing at dynastymir.com. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And become a Patreon. Let me get this banner going. Patreon.com. Search for Uhuru. Again, Patreon.com. Search for Uhuru. Become a monthly Patreon. Without further ado, we have our brother Kala Thanos on with us today. And today's topic, we're going to be discussing, and tour, Sierra Leone, April 19th through the 29th. We are rolling. Come and join us. Again, April 19th through the 29th, we are rolling to Sierra Leone. Come and join us, everybody. We are going to have a trip of a lifetime. Again, trip of a lifetime. Without further ado, we have Brother Kala Genesis on with us today. And today's topic, dealing with the enemy within and dealing with the enemy without. Brother Kala Thanos. We have someone in the chat room who's seems like he's kind of upset with you, but
but tell him to call in. If he's a man, tell him to call in, put his camera on, look me in the face, be a man.
So what we'll do in 30 minutes, we'll be taking callers. So Black Action Production, you're more than welcome to call in.
That I didn't want to talk about his sexual orientation. But
caller, we got it.
Okay.
So guys, without further, Kala, go ahead. You already get started. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, folks. This is a Kala Genesis, aka Kala Thanos, aka King Kala, aka everything under the sun and everything like that. Sun, moon, and star, Phoebe Bouvier, Jumbo, you know what I'm saying? Hotep, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Yeah, everything under the sun. So I'm greeting everybody. Okay, in my series, the Kala Nation blog, right? I started out with several different things.
Hey, Kala, I'm gonna run and get my my other speaker, but go ahead, keep going.
Okay. I started off with several different things. 2006, I came. That was 15 years ago. Okay, I was a Kala Genesis since 1993. Right, I became Kala Genesis, and I had a cultural movement here in the Tidewater area called Kala Nation. You know, it was a study group. And then in then I just basically got out of the movement. I just, after the Main Man March, everything, I was just distraught. I thought it had no, my voice was never going to be heard because you had people out there that are more flamboyant than I was and willing to do the things, lie, and say all the things, and go down the same narrative, right? What I call sacred cow, And I said there's several different things that I want to dwell on, right? The first one was sacred cows. When people are oppressed and people are losing in history, you look at why they're losing, right? You look at why they're losing, why they can't get out of the situation. Why do some people it seem like they can rise to the top, right? Be ultra rich, powerful, and then there's some cultures that seem to never can figure things out. I always wondered that. Why is it some people can figure things out? Some think. And I looked at Black America, my people, my immediate people right here, African Americans, my people. Why do we go through certain things? I said, well, we hold on to beliefs, ideologies that to our detriment that we hold on to, right? And so I'm gonna give a couple examples of that. But my first thing was, right, if somebody said it back in the 60s and you saw the film, it was in black and white, you don't question it. That was Dr. Ahmad, blah, 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 right? You don't question it. That was the sacred cows, Sacred cows is something you hold. And we as Black people, we don't know how to challenge things. We got an echo?
No, you good.
Okay. We don't know how to challenge. Okay, I hear something. in the background. Okay, we don't know how to challenge things in the and figure things out and move forward, right? Every time I hear somebody tell me that, you know something, Dr. Clark said that. Look, I love Dr. Clark with all due respect. I love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with all due respect. I love Marcus, the most honorable Marcus Garvey, with all due respect. But we are living in a different time period, a different age. We have their experiences were shaped by their experiences back then. Not every black person had the same experiences that they did. So their worldview was shaped by their experiences and what they knew of the world. What they knew of the world never changes, right? Yeah, we know that racism, white supremacy, that doesn't change. But how we engage that, is based on as constantly evolving. Who would ever thought that you would have had a young man like Dinas Amir that has such an impact on the culture right now, traveling to Africa, doing things and setting things up and everything. According to everything, we were never supposed to. We were supposed to have forgotten Africa. We were supposed to have forgotten all this. And like I said, and I researched Liberia for 10 years. For actually for 20 years, right? But for the last 10, 15 years, I've been heavily researched Liberia. And when some people said, "Why are you worrying about Liberia?" I said, there's something about the history that's not being told, right? So I did my research, right? Against all the popular opinion, right? I was the only one, right? Had it not been, and people say, "Are you bragging?" I'm not bragging. I'm just telling it like it is, right? People, even the so-called descendants of the so-called American Liberians, have given up on the country. Yeah, it was just a bad experiment. I said, wait a minute. I said, didn't you guys build a republic and that republic was recognized and everything? Do you know how long it took Rome to become a republic? Do you know how long it took Britain to become a republic? And you guys established a republic. That's remarkable in history. But like I said, the people were telling us, no, we can't look at it. Okay, you say Liberia was a failure. Well, we talk about Black Wall Street. Well, Black Wall Street was burned to the ground. It was never rebuilt again. Liberia as a republic is still standing here. We sit here in America and we talk about all our failures. Every time we look
that's a show. That's a show topic.
I think we did a show
Liberia is still standing, but Black Wall Street
we did a show like that a couple of years ago. But we're gonna do it again,
Yeah.
But the thing is, my whole point I'm making is this though. The enemy within, right? This is what it is. The enemy within, the enemy without, right? Nobody wants to see the black man in America, black people all over the place, anything. The most dangerous group of people on the planet, right, are the African Americans. I know this for a fact. The most dangerous people to the global system, the white supremacy and everything, are African Americans, because the world and our brothers and sisters in Africa, they got them convinced that white people or light-skinned people or races are superior. We as black people in America don't buy that. And that's what's going on with the tension between the black and the Asian communities right here. It's no black people attacking Asians. The problem is that Asians in this country, they basically can't understand why is it that after all they think they're doing, they try to be the minority sucking up the white people, right? And they wonder why is black people get all the attention, and there's a lot of resentment towards that. They present themselves as this role model families. And I said, we do the same thing. We got families. And I hear Vietnamese, wow, I came here with nothing. We had to work hard. So who the fuck what's so different about anybody else? We had to work hard and we save our money. Now we own it. So what? What the hell did you do that the black people have been doing for a couple of 100 years now? And black people, like I said, the enemies among black people, right? They take that and they use that to try to scorn black people. See, Asians are doing it. Why can't we do it? Well, okay, we'll talk about that tonight, right? How many colleges have Asians built in this country for themselves? None. How many institutions have they built for themselves? None. If Asians are underrepresented in the workforce, right? They either work for themselves or the nail shops and everything, which they don't make a whole lot of money. The convenience store, they're a lot in debt. They're not really making money, but they got a business. We think having a business, oh, we got a business. They got business and everything. They're successful. That doesn't mean anything. Is the business making any money? Are they getting rich? Are they getting wealthy? The answer is no. And so the bottom line, and then when they do make have business and everything, 90% of who their clientele has to be black, other minorities, and rarely whites and everything. It's mostly black people. They get their money mostly from the black community and the Hispanic community. That's the truth. Unions. Have you ever seen an Asian or Chinese man on a picket line? You know, who do you see down there? Black and white. The civil services in America, right? The job that take hard work, where you got to pay and everything for 30 years and everything. Now you do see some Asians in the post office now. I admit that. But for the most part, it's Black America that's holding down the blue collar and the construction, the civil service, and all that stuff like that for generations. African American ethnic group, right? The blue collar. Now, at the same time, we send our kids to HBCUs, right? Some to Ivy League and everything. Now they're trying to attack. The enemy without is trying to attack us, like by saying we're taking from Asians because Asians all go to Harvard, right? And Harvard has to turn away so many Asians because they got to let blacks and everybody else in. They're not turning away what they don't tell you is they're not turning away the top Asians. They're turning away the majority of Asians who are mediocre, right? If you got good grades like everybody else across the spectrum, right? Okay, now they will look, okay, everybody's great. You got to have a certain grade level to get into Harvard. They don't tell you that, right? They make it seem like black people are getting in with low academic scores, which is a lie. They don't tell you that part. What they do is they say, like, now, people, if you were in the chat room and you don't agree with what I'm saying, you are the enemy within. You are a race traitor. You are somebody that better stay out of my way. Because this is what we have. We have too many people who are in our community who are talking a good game, who are talking like they're down and everything like that, but they always use these same talking points to attack Black America. Black America is under probably the most dangerous assault we have in our life. Because the bottom line is this. When the dust settles, right, America is going to shift to the right. America is going to shift to the right. And all you silly Negroes, they already gave away the Black Lives Matter. They don't care about you no more. They already tell you.
Completely disappeared.
They don't care. So bottom line is, as somebody like me, it's my job.
But Colin, let's see here. So Tamir Rice's mother went in Tamika Mallory, Black Lives Matter, Benjamin Crump. Like, she went in on him.
Yeah, she went on because the people are tired of it. And this is what I mean by sacred cows. You don't question leadership. If somebody's up there singing the gospel, we Black people are not, we're supposed to be like, let's go along with it. It's time to start snatching these niggas off the pulpit, right? And dragging them. Let me stop. It's time. This is time to get tough on these Negroes.
Yeah. Okay. The views and
opinions of
college unionists is not necessarily the views and opinions reflect the views and opinions of Search for Who. Viewers of eyes, whatever.
Okay. My point is this though. We have people in our community, right? They think they're so big and bad. They basically are in this for a check. It's all a joke to them, right? They don't care how much stuff they stir up. They stir up the shit, and we got to clean it, right? We got to clean all that stuff they did. Like, you think white America's forgotten about all those buildings that were burnt in 2020? See, you got to understand something people think, right? They'll let you have your little riot and everything, right? What they're doing is they're keeping notes. And the Bible says, if a friend, enemy keeps notes of your wrongdoings and your shortcomings. Why? Because they're gonna throw it back at you sooner or later. They're gonna, like, it's just like when the riots happened in the 60s. White people didn't say that initially, but all throughout the 70s, they'll send dog whistles. The riots, they're gonna burn down the city again, you know. And then what that does is tell the average white person, yeah, we can't trust these people. You know, that's why. And when the LA riots happened and everything, the public opinion was on the side of the Asians and the Koreans. Public opinion was on the side of the Asians. Wow, the black people were jealous of the Asian success, but they didn't tell the fact that the government was setting the Asians up with loans inside these black communities, and the Asians, the Koreans, had a contempt for the people that they were in their community with. That wasn't part of the deal. You come into a community, right? And then what it's telling you, right? You say South Central is your community, right? How can it be a community, right, when you don't own most of the businesses? Our community, but you don't own shit. You got Jewish.
Colin, you know the building where Nipsey Hussle, that complex he had, they lost it.
Yeah, of course. We won't say we'll keep losing. We'll lose Black Wall Street. We'll lose Nipsey Hussle's thing. We'll keep doing all this stuff, right? And we won't even mention, well, why don't we put so much of our time investing in building these African states up, you know, as a future? No, you can't do that, Colin. It has to be done here. It has to be done here. It has to be done here. But yeah, look, you haven't shown me any success. Now it's like this. Now you have millions of people flooding across the border. They're not going nowhere. They're going to display. They're going to overrun the hospital, the healthcare system in black areas. They're going to overrun the job market. They're going to overrun all the stuff like that. You don't have a friggin' prayer. The small time black person and everything like that in America does not have a prayer, because America has decided it doesn't want to be a republic anymore. It decided it doesn't want to be. It wants cheap labor. It has to feed this growing debt. How does it feed this growing debt? It has to milk cheap labor from around the world. And that's why they're opening the border up. The black community be damned. The same way they said, you know something, we need steel and everything like that, because we basically can't produce steel. So what they do, they put a generation of black steel workers in Gary, Indiana, and Pittsburgh out of business. Black people built the steel industry in America. Do you understand that? They don't tell you. It was black union workers. There was a strong black men from the South who came up and built the America's industrial might. You know, it wasn't no damn European immigrants. It was black men from the South, because I'm a testament to that. That strong black men that came to the North and built the industrial infrastructure of America. So this idea. So my goal right now tonight is to basically shore up black people and basically draw lines in the sand. You know, we could be critical of our community, but I'm sick of people condemning black America unfairly. You know, we do everything right. We got top colleges. We got people looking all the time. There's black people succeeding all over the place. Why do we need to embrace those type of black people? Get them into the Pan-African fold and everything. Tell them there's another way. But we can't just, this idea that we're just sitting here, we're just so down and out.
Hold on 1 second. Guys, hit that like button. We have 119 people watching, only 49 likes, man. Guys, please.
Don't be stingy.
Please hit that like button. Our Kyle's going to sing the song. But guys, please hit that like button. Thank you.
But anyway, my point I'm trying to make tonight is this. We have people, the enemy within, right? The enemy within right now in black America, right, are people. I think the dangerous thing about the enemy within, right? If you read Cicero's original quote, in AD 83, Cicero wrote The Enemy Within, right? That was almost 2,000 years ago, right? 2,000 years ago. He wrote The Enemy Within. He said he lives among you. He speaks in familiar terms. The enemy within in black America sounds like us. He looks like us. He'll say things familiar around it. He'll say things like racist white supremacy, you know? We got to do away with this. He says things that's familiar to you, right? Well, all in all, he's not thinking about you or your long-term goals. He's thinking about himself and his short-term gain. You know, the enemy within is more dangerous than the enemy without, because you can see, like if a white man came up and said, blah, 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 everybody, oh, he's white. We dismiss him. So what they do is they get black people to do their bidding. You know, every time you see a black person on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and all these other people, they're doing the bidding of white people and their rhetoric. And the rhetoric is always basically that we need to stop complaining, and America is a perfect place on this earth and everything, and we need to shut up, right? And then they don't tell you is this, okay? Let's say that's true, right? Then why is it that it's always white people who are always doing the most complaining? I remember when Barack Obama was spent billions of dollars rebuilding America during the stimulus. Remember that, right? You had the Tea Party white people out there protesting, spending, and they were the main beneficiaries. When they passed the Affordable Care Act, it was white people who benefited, you know? So the bottom line is white people have basically benefited, right, from a country that they've been condemning all the time. The government sucks, everything. The anti-government movements in America, the sovereign citizens, the people that want to overthrow the government, people that try to overthrow the government, they're always white men, right? They're always white men. They're basically anti-government, stuff like that. They're violent. These people are like that. But the thing is, the people are convinced that black people are the ones that's complaining. The reason why they say that is because they take our legitimate issues, right? And white people feel like they're tired of hearing it. They're tired of hearing about Trayvon Martin. They're tired of hearing about Tamir Rice. They're tired of hearing about George Floyd. They're tired of hearing about all this stuff, right? And they want to make this go away. And how do they do that, right? They have to convince themselves that what they're doing is right. There's nothing wrong in America, right? So they can't say that directly. So what they do is they get their black mouthpiece, right? They get their black mouthpiece to say what they want to say, you know? And what the theme of it is, okay, is for the last 4 years, you had a orange man in the White House, right?
Right.
If you get rid of the orange man, right,
Everything will be fine.
Fine, right?
Right.
But look what's going on now, right? Now what's going on. You have racial tensions coming up again. Blacks, they're jamming up this black versus Asian stuff and everything. And you have this incident with Tamika Mallory versus Tamir Rice's mother. And you got all this stuff going on and everything like that. And it seemed like, okay, racism is not going away. And all that, there's several police shootings that happened since Biden's been becoming president, right? But it's washed away in the media. Why? Because black people have basically said, you know something? White people don't want to hear this anymore, right? And we don't want to make white people upset. It's all about not making white people. It's about making white people, not making white people uncomfortable in what race and what racism is in America and everything. And the same people, right? When they look at people like you and I, they say, well, geez, guys, talking about Africa and everything. Okay, look, if some people are going to Africa, making moves and making investing or moving, why are you upset? You know what I'm saying? Why are you upset? Why does that concern you? No, you're giving up the fight. You're giving up the fight. You're leaving. You're fleeing. We got our bones right here. We have to fight. Okay, we let you fight, but you are getting your ass kicked. You know, you told me that Massa Biden was going to sign a reparations bill. You told me that Massa Biden was forgive student loan debt. He's going to look into reparations. What happens to Biden going to look into reparations, Zions?
I didn't know it was on the table.
No, but they told us that. They said, "Oh yeah, vote for Biden. He's going to look into reparations." You know.
Yeah, I never knew it was on the table. So
yeah. So the bottom line is this: you have a people that's Black America. Had we just basically stayed apolitical, right, and not getting involved in this, I really do believe most Black people are apolitical. They're just living their life and everything. But what you have is in the social media is you would think where Black America is fully involved in the system. We're just living our lives day to day. That's the majority of Black people. It makes it seem like we're just out here, social justice, we got changes, racism, systemic racism, blah, 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 blah. And that's not the case. America has never really felt the wrath of Black America. We've never really felt our anger and rage yet. They haven't felt it yet, you know? And I think that day is coming. Because the bottom line is this. They used our anger last year to get people to vote. Now they got what they want. Now it's like, okay, y'all be quiet. So
let me read this super chat, Kala. Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. Please hit that like button. Life of solitude. You can't beat the monopoly man in Monopoly. It's better to just admit defeat in America and build again somewhere else.
I agree with that. You know, the bottom line, that's if you think America's your end game. I never really thought America was the end game. I just thought America was just part of a Black global. I thought that we was in agreement. Everybody was in agreement with that. You know, that this is not okay. This is just one place that we dwell in. You know, we got Black people for decades have been living in Kenya. You got Black people have been living in Paris, France. You know, yeah, Black Americans living in Russia. You know, what is this idea that Black people are bound to America? Like, when does this come? When did this come about? I just thought that, we were always pretty much a global people. Do people know that? Do people even know that the first Black organized community in South Africa was African Americans? People don't even know that. In the 1800s, right? Black people, African Americans, worked for U.S. companies in South Africa, right? Built communities. Sophiatown, Johannesburg, all that was started by African Americans. Bishop Henry McNeil Turner built the African Methodist Episcopal Church. It was out of that movement that the Pan African Congress and the African Method, the ANC was built. So we have a long history of building on the continent, not just Liberia. You know, do people know who George Washington Williams was, right? No, because he's written out of history. He was an African American explorer to the Congo in the 1800s. He was the one who exposed King Leopold. If you want to get a taste of George Washington, pick up the movie with Samuel Jackson, Tarzan, Greystone with Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson brought his character to life, George Washington Williams. He was an famous African American explorer to the Congo. We don't know about him because it's not important. We only know about Martin Luther King. We only know about who else, Thurgood Marshall and all these other people and everything, but we don't know about that part of our history. It's a reason why we don't know about that part of history, because it threatens the whole idea. So the only reason why they keep Black people in control is they make it seem like this is the only option we have in America. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they rule. It's all psychological. See, even let's say black people never leave America, but the mayor thought that you have someplace else to go, or I could just build. I could go someplace else anytime. Your attitude and everything will change. But when black people in America, when we see that, and like I said, I was really ramped up in 2016. What was it? 2016 when Stanley Kutcher was killed. In Oklahoma. I mean
Right. Yeah. And yeah. Right.
That was like I seen many of them, but when I saw that lady, that cop, blow his brains out for nothing, and then the state of Oklahoma, right, said that what you did was okay, and the citizens or white citizens of Oklahoma justified it, and she knew that she was going to justify it because that's the way the society. That's what we settle for. That's what the enemies of us settle for. I look at people in cities like Dallas, Texas, right? Yeah, all these people, black people in the police department, and that was that Joan, whatever, that got killed. But
the guy from the islands, the police officer went to the wrong door.
Right. And anyway, you had
they gave her a Bible and a hug.
Bible in the black court bailiff, right? Her fat fingers stroking her blonde hair,
Right.
And it was just sick, And then you look at Dallas. I was looking at Dallas, right? Even though Dallas is a great city and everything, but Dallas has an undercurrent of poverty that's been there for a long time.
Really?
Oh yes. Dallas has all those cities. Also facade. Houston. Also, there's a black middle class.
I already know LA, so LA is
just think of LA and think of Dallas, Houston, all these other places. I don't know about Austin, but I know Dallas and Houston, all these places, and where black people flocked to over the last century and everything like that. This simply was not a black that's one thing they never let you have in America, right? They never let you have a black ownership class. They would never let you. We're always working for them and everything like that, right? And then right now, because you have a lot of black people as mayors and civil servants and police and judges, on the surface, it looks like you were part of the system, right? But you have large numbers of young black men with nothing to do in these cities and everything. And all they do is party, club, and make rap records and everything. It's like I said, these things we have to start talking about. People feel like they're not part of the society of American society. They're not part of the society. And the people that are part of society, that the people that your constituents are not part of the society, right? But your job as a police officer, as a detective, as a prosecutor, as a judge is to basically keep these people in line, right? By telling them I made it, so you can make it. That's what it is. And so what you have is this. And I see. So what's the solution, Colin? I don't know. I love black people of achievement, right? But it's not our responsibility, not your responsibility, to tell people what to do, because you don't have until you have the power of reward, which black people in America don't have. You can't go up to Jaquavius and Ray Ray and tell him Jaquavius and Ray Ray and tell him, bro, pick yourself up. When I say, okay, are you gonna hire me? Are you a member of a corporation? Do you know that white men do that all the time? I've seen it with my own eyes, right? I've seen white men go up to a young white man like that. Yeah, like, oh, look, here's my card. Come up my office tomorrow. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
When I first moved to Virginia. I'm like, well, what's so special about that? He's white. He sees a white guy. Yeah, I got a thing. I said, yeah, so why don't you come by and whatnot? We can use a guy like you, just like that. There's no black men. This was another thing. When black men do have power, right? The last thing we're trying to do is help younger black men.
Help us. Yeah, exactly.
We're all fighting each other. Even families, we don't leave inheritance down for each other. Every black young man is starting off from scratch, right? Starting off from scratch. Everybody, instead of you being an older black man in your 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, looking at young guys, okay, I would like to see these guys take my place one day you trying to be out there competing with them.
Right.
You look cute on Facebook and whatnot and trying to get with young girls and you out in the club and all this kind of stupid shit like that, That's what I mean by the enemies within. The enemies within in Black America like the fuckery. They like the chaos. I thinking about this the other day, right? Rapper Rick Ross, right? And it's like I said, this all satanic Illuminati stuff, right? I look at that one song he made with Rocco. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. You know, song. You didn't know. Right. I'll say that. Listen to the lyrics. Right. I said I want to listen to this. Right. I'll say that a man's almost 50 years old, and he's like, "Yeah, I was carrying the AR. You didn't know it. I put Molly's in the drink and had fun. She didn't know it." I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We have people that's influencing Black America, right? That's what they're doing. They're destroying Black America. The number one songs in Black America teaches us misogyny, violence, murder, and you wonder why every time you look around, someone's getting shot up in a club and everything. Violence, murder, and all the stuff like that. Why our girls, well, I think the only thing they could do is be sexualized and be whores and everything like that. But the number one songs in white America are country music songs, right? Teaching you, yeah, stuff like that. Country music songs, everything like that. That's what white America listens to. They got you fooled by thinking they're listening to it. No, they're not. They're listening to you to make a fool out of especially yourself. They got their white country music and their stuff like that to go back to, right? While they party with you. Because let me tell you something how they think, white people think, right? They don't want you, they don't want the black man to be righteous. They want you to be immoral, sick, decrepit, and weak. That's why they can control you. And so therefore, if you ever want to listen to or read a writer or Native Son, Richard Wright's Native Son, read that.
I've never read that book. I haven't read that book.
That Richard Wright was so angry. He moved to Paris, right? He said, Black America, don't underestimate the sickness of Black America. That's why I do things the way I do. I don't have a YouTube channel. I have a radio show, which comes on tonight, 11 o'clock, Gangsterville Radio. You want to listen to that? I get raw on my radio show. It has listeners all over the world. One of the largest radio platforms in the world. It's the largest urban hip-hop online platform in the world, right? And I have a radio show week. Bottom line is this, right? The white people realize, right? As long as the people we're listening to are indecent, immoral, liars, and stuff like that, they can control us. They know we're not gonna build anything. We know we're really no threat to them whatsoever. Because look who we look at, you know? Look who we look at. Look who our leaders is. Michelle Obama. She was up there praising Dwayne Wade's son for his transition into a girl.
We gotta
think about it. And what gets me is we embrace these people. We took them into our lives. You know, we trusted Obamas. You know, we trusted them. First Black family. That honor, if we're going to be Americans, but I don't think they should have had that honor of being the first Black family in the White House. You know, we didn't see it then. We were just so wanting to see success. We were just so beaten down. We just wanted to see anything that make us feel good. And that was the wrong man, the wrong time in history, the wrong family.
All right.
And we look at him and say, oh, yeah, Malia's son, boyfriend stays with us, right? Her son is living off of him, right? A white boy. Right. That's cute. And what you think that would happen if Malia's boyfriend was a Black boy? No.
Oh, he need to get his own stuff. Oh man, I'm tired of brother. He needs to get out.
You know, he needs to get out. Now he needs to do his own thing. But a white boy, oh, that's so cute. They're a white boy. When I said, well, who's supporting him? You know, Obama. He's living off Obama's dime. You know, sleeping in the same bed with his daughter. When does that become okay?
All right.
You know, and this is what we have. This is what we have leading us. You know, look at Will, the Smith. I was so disappointed in the destruction of the Smith family. You know, the Will Smith and his wife. When I thought they were the model Black couple and all this stuff like that. Everything we're seeing right now is everything we know. Dynasty. It's like the bonfire of the vanities, right? Everything's like a big meltdown. Everybody we believed in is letting us down. You know, right. Everybody we trust is letting us down. Maybe this is saying that there's no continuity. It is it. I think this is it. We're in the end game. America, Black America, as we know it, is not going to exist. You know, I don't care how much they try to prop Black America up. Now,
guys, make sure you hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also share. Please share the content, and we're going to start taking callers here shortly. So go ahead and call in, and you could challenge the caller, or you might agree with the caller. Here we go. Not Measy. I'm about to send you the link.
Not Measy.
Yeah. So not Measy, brother. I'm about to send you the link, and then brother 15%. I'm gonna send you the link too here shortly.
So people, like I said, people ask me this week, well, Colin, man, people are coming at you. Look, I don't really give a damn about people coming at me and whatnot. I say what I say. If I wasn't telling the truth, right? And then, like I said, I always say about the truth. The truth is never pretty. Most often it's ugly, right? The ugly, painful truth. That you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The truth, a lie can spread around the world 5 times before the truth can get out of bed and put his slippers on. People spread lies about you and everything. They travel, call this, call that, and everything like that. They lie and they spread. And that don't matter because I'm slow and steady, and I have a steely resolve. There's nothing or nobody's going to stop me. It's too late. I calculated this real right. And if you do stop me, I got a contingency of people ready to take my place. So go right ahead. So this is going to continue. The Negro spirit that as America is falling. The best thing we could do is start showing up what's left of Black America, what's left of our communities, start pulling together as a people and everything like that, and forget this whole thing. The next time we got to start to the point where every time you see a Black person, check this out. Do you know something? Back in '94, Black America did that. After the Million Man, back in '94, was it '94 and '95, right? Up until after the Million Man March, Black America had completely disappeared from the stage. Where's Black America, right? And also they showed the growth of Black businesses, right? And they interviewed Eugene Jackson. I remember at the time. Remember that's in South Africa, Eugene Jackson.
Was he part of what was the name of that documentary? Blacks Without Borders?
Yeah, Blacks Without Borders. Yeah. I remember they were interviewing him, right? And he was saying, I'm starting my World African Network, right? And he couldn't get off the ground there, so he went to South Africa. But they were interviewing all these Black people, and they're saying, they had the Black Expo, and they were basically interviewing Black people who were basically, they say separatism. Black people separatized and everything. And basically, it was like Black people just said, like at the time, they were saying we had enough. We're just building among ourselves. I don't know what happened after that and everything like that. Why are we? What happened is they got to the rappers and everybody, right, and told us about Grammys and VMAs and all that. We start getting back into the fold of America. With larger brothers, they didn't care about that, but evidently they won. They got us back into the fold of America because you can't have Black people. If you can say all what you want, right? They're gonna basically make sure you tune into the Oscars because if you don't, it loses its legitimacy. They have to establish legitimacy in your mind in their institutions. That's what the Grammys is about. That's what the Global Awards is about and everything. That's what the Oscars, all these institutions, everything, which they control, right? Now, you could easily reject them, right? So we don't listen to them. We got our own stuff like that. They don't want that.
Right.
They make the actors think that if you don't get that Tony Award, that Grammy, that Emmy, that you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Lou Gossett won the Oscar, right? And his career tanked. Do you know Lou Gossett, right? He won an Oscar for All for the Gentleman.
Lou Gossett's movie, what was it? It was not Top Gun. He used to be in his movie with Fighter Pilot. Oh man, I used to love that movie.
Iron Eagle?
Huh?
Was it Iron Eagle?
Iron Eagle. I used to love
it. Good actor. And he was in the Boardwalk Empire series, Good actor, best actor, one of the best actors we ever had. He played in that movie that brought out. Remember that Ghost of Carolina. Remember that?
I didn't watch it. I remember Iron Eagle though. I used to love Iron Eagle.
Remember the boy that got executed by rape at 14. Well, he came back to town and played his older younger brother's son.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. And Knock Beezy, you're on. Go ahead.
Peace, brothers. Peace, everyone. Hey, Kala, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother?
I'm great. Thank you. Peace to the chat. Peace to Diners. Peace to 15%, aka Hustle Smart. So, brother, I wanted to ask you, like a lot of the examples that you gave of the doomed Black American.
Right.
You gave Pookie and Ray Ray, and there are Pookies and Ray Rays in the Black community everywhere.
Right.
In Jamaica, it's probably Everton and Antoine, right? In Ghana, it might be Kwame Enopuku. So we as a people worldwide have issues.
Yeah.
But when you try to run the doomsday scenario on Black Americans, Wait, hold on, brother. Hold on. I'm gonna let you rock.
Okay.
What people fail to realize is that in Black America, we have Genesis, we have Dynasty Mir, we have Brandon, we have George Macon, we have Nakmeezy. Okay, if I had to assemble a superpower, a team of superheroes to save the Black race, I'd be looking at Black America first. Okay, because we are the ones who come with that heat, who are supposedly woke, who are on the front lines, and we are doing it. So for every Pookie and Ray Ray, you have a Brandon, you have a me, and you have a you. Not every, but I would say maybe out of every, there's probably 25% of us that are woke, and then 25% of us that are woke in doing something. Because you could be woke and staring at the ceiling, but a lot of us are on the front lines. So I don't really want to, bash my people, because I know that my mind state comes from being raised behind enemy lines.
Right.
So what we can do is each one teach one and try to make the way we think go viral. And I'm not sure if, not passing the torch or not schooling the young ones is a good way to do that.
Right. I agree. Like I said in the opening, right? I said one thing I'm not going to do is let people bash Black America, right? I believe Black America. If you look at, I always go by Black America winning. We got, and this, I want your opinion about this. About people are now trying to use the Asian model. That model minority is a myth, right? Black America, bro. Where I have my business at, right? And one of the guys that do contracting work, brother, man, he's like in his about our age, right, in his early 50s. I met him the other day. He said, "Yeah, man, I got the contract to do these windows right here, blah blah." And I got two brothers. I said, "You guys are battling over contract. You start work together." There are Black men out there doing things that unbelievable, making much money, right? And he said, "Yeah, the people that moved them back here." I said, "By the way, I don't know what they do." I introduced myself. What do they do? He said, "Oh, they got a trucking company." I said, "You seriously?" He goes, "Yeah, that's one of their dispatch. Right in your office is gonna be one of their, back you is one of their dispatch." I said, "Black-owned trucking company?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "There's plenty of them." And so I'm saying to myself is, what's being presented out there as far as Black America, right, and what's actually on the ground, right? Because Black people, like I said, are silent. Black America is silent. Majority of Black people out there doing their thing and everything, graduate from college, sending their kids to college, going to the military, doing their thing and everything. But what's happening is the people that get the airtime, the airplay, and everything, they make it seem like Black America is just this failing community, is failing at everything. And then what they do is they use other people, whether it's Black immigrants or and Asians and everything, say, "Look at these people, they're model people and everything." Well, all these people would not be here if it wasn't for Black America. That's just the truth.
Facts.
The Asian community in the 60s, right? Right when the ink of the Civil Rights Act wasn't even dry, before they opened up the immigrations to people from India, China, everybody else to come in here, right? To take opportunity that should have been ours coming into the mainstream, of America. And so we were left behind and everything. And then they brought in white women. White women. Look, show me any TV show from the 60s. It was a reflection of America. TV shows usually reflect America. They were always housewives, right? And then in the 70s, they came up with the TV show Valerie. I don't remember that.
Yep.
Hold on. Stop the show. Guys, hit the like button. I mean, we got 200 people watching, only 45 likes. Goodness, hit the like button, people. Damn. All right, go ahead.
So the country became diverse, right? Diverse just means that we just blend into this American nothingness and lose our identity. And I think, like I said, people ask me, well, what do I think about ADOS? I tell them like this. Yeah, a lot of people got smoke for the ADOS and the FBA people. But as I recall, what triggered that was the fact that there was a lot of immigrants throwing shade at Black America, right? And I think that was a backlash. So Black people in America are not naturally aggressive, but there was like a backlash to this immigrant praising, immigrant glorification, and everything. And then that became the ADOS FBA movement and everything. That's why I said I don't disparage them. I said, I don't agree with them. I'm a Pan-Africanist and everything, but I'm not going to sit here and go and have smoke for them because, the bottom line is this. On the day, I always hear people talk about, well, the Black Americans always complain. Well, look, you coming from over the poorest country in the world, and you're coming over here on our dime and everything, talking about what Black Americans are doing. Do you understand the vastness of Black success in America? but they don't look at white failure. You know, they only look at black failure. Why? Because the enemy within, the people among us, right? They always try to make it seem like we're doing so bad, right? Because America's so great, we're just lazy, right? But when white people who make up the most of the unemployment and who are more poor than we are, you know, poor, when they're on drugs, they're on opium and everything, it's because it's a health crisis and everything. When black people are on the drugs and everything, it's all about we're just criminals, we're just helpless and everything. So like I said, I would never bash the Ray Rays and the Pookies and everything like that, because we have, it doesn't matter young black men, we have friggin' 60-year-old Pookies, you know, and Ray Rays, you know, so it's not a generational thing. I meet so many young black men in this country, they got their head on straight and everything, but the whole thing is all it takes is one of them to do something, and next thing you know, see, young black men. It's not back there with white men or anybody else. They're not reflected.
Well, and what I'll say is that, you know, some of our greatest were Pookies and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? You can chalk that up to, you know, youthful indiscretion. The problem is that we have socioeconomic conditions in our communities that breed this, but it also breeds some of the sharpest minds on the planet. So instead of just pointing fingers back at each other, or we as Black Americans constantly set tripping on our own, say, yeah, well, we ain't shit. Look, I get it. Black people worldwide, if you look at where we are on the economic and social ladder, we have been taking L's, right? But one thing is that we have that excellence as well. And that's what I really want to start focusing on, especially as Black Americans, because I tell you, the only panels that are cooking in terms of Pan-African thought and Black empowerment are Black Americans. You could not assemble a panel of Jamaicans or a panel of just all Africans. I know Great African will cook, but you'll have a hard time getting people like setting up a panel like the one that we have right now, if it wasn't for Black Americans, because we are behind the enemy line. So it calls you to think differently. So what I say is, look, we should start looking at our problems globally and not just keep picking on Black Americans. And I wonder, I'm like, we're 40 million, and out of that 40 million, you probably have maybe 30 million authentic Black people. When I say authentic Black people, I say people that look like us. Yes, we have admixture, but I don't include biracials in the Black bunch. You know what I'm saying? I look at them as their separate group. But we're so small in numbers compared to the global Black family, but our name is always in everyone's mouth. Why? Because we're doing it. Because we're doing it. So we need, if you're a Black American, if you're from the diaspora and you come from the same sort of you know, cloth as our great leaders like Marcus Garvey and all the Black American greats, Frederick Douglass, all of these people, and he actually was probably biracial anyway. But give yourself a pat in the back, man. Give yourself a pat in the back, because with that, I think we can start changing this mindset and start moving it to where it needs to be instead of constantly set tripping. We need to start doing positive reinforcement. So when you see a young person that's doing it, pull them to the side. Be that Black man who's like the white man who pulls a little white dude to the side. Here's my card. Be that. That's what I do every day at work. I say, yo, bro, I see you got this certificate. Do you have the next one? Word, yo, come here, I'll hook you up. I got some connections, and that's what we need to do. And it doesn't always have to be televised. Most of the stuff that I do in the Black community, I don't even talk about it, because I'm old school, so I don't, you know, throw a camera in people's face and say, now tell everyone how happy you are that I got you a job. No, that's weak stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So look, I come from the cloth that, yes, I do rock my American flag. And let me explain to people why I rock my American flag. That is the flag of defiance. I am defiant. I'll go back to Africa after I finish pumping America for all the cash that they want. And if I choose to go back to Africa, or I'll just stay in America when I move back and just, excuse me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to leave my people behind. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to me. If you want to bounce, then bounce. If you want to stay, then stay, because our ancestors, I know y'all like to say it, our bones are buried there, right? We got them bones buried there. So if you want to stay there because of them bones are there, then do that. We can choose to go wherever we want, but we need to start respecting each other's struggle and hustle.
Right. And let me read this super chat real quick. Shout out to Pan African Strikes Back. Everybody get rich by talking about us. If they didn't have us, what would they talk about? We could control the narrative if we could control the narrative if the entire planet. Hustle Smart, go ahead, Hustle Smart.
Man, first of all, shout out to you, Mr. Dynus. Shout out to you, 50 Deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm halfway with you, dog. I got a little heat today, bro. I'm with you. But I'm about 3 steps behind you today. Shout out to you, Colin, man. This is my first time talking. I'm not behind you. I'm on the side. Man, pause. I'm about three steps to the 3 steps in the L shape. You get what I'm saying? So this is the thing. And as Black people, we cannot sit up here and praise the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Because the exception does not negate the rule, no matter what. For every person that you can big up, you got the abortion clinic on Morley Avenue that's knocking out 1,000 to 1,500 right in the neighborhood, right off of I-20. It used to be think about it. It used to be a Long John Silver's, now it's a Planned Parenthood, where they advertising to Black females, don't lose your body this summer. You get what I'm saying? But see, the thing about it is, you don't even have to advertise to Black people for our demise. You just got to tell them where to go at. You ain't got to advertise guns. You just got to tell a Black person where to go get some guns. You ain't got to advertise the dope game. You just got to tell the drug dealers where to go get the dope at. They will gladly go get it and chop it up, cook it up, and push it to the family. They sell. Now, Carla, I was with you when you first started talking. They'll rap about selling it to their cousins. They'll rap about selling it to their aunties. They'll rap about selling it to
your boy Rollo here in Atlanta was bragging about selling it.
Bragging in the hood. You get what I'm saying? Because in the Carla, you got to see where he was living at in the hood. Imagine being on Alcatraz and you put your own gate up and say, like, this is my part of Alcatraz, while it's already got gates and fences and alligators and snipers and hyenas all around, but you just put your own gate and be like, okay, I'm real because I'm at Alcatraz and none of y'all don't come through my gate. It was the dumbest shit in the world. And then when he get locked up, all you hear Black people talking about free him till it's backwards. Free him till it's backward. That's some old dumb soft shit that we say down here. Free him till it's backward. He free. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I say it and I stand behind this. We are doomed as a people. We are DOOMED.
Smart. Let me interject real quick. Now,
Go
I would
ahead.
say Little Pakistan, because I live right up the street from
Little Pakistan.
I live right up the street from it. It actually was a smart buy, because the way this neighborhood is gentrifying, the values are going up. He's sitting on a nice piece of property right now. He got a whole apartment complex for the low.
You're right, Dinus. If he thought like you, if you had a little bit of your brain matter, you get what I'm saying? But instead of that, he want to bring the keys to the trap. He want to be sitting up there with 64,933 AR-15s and AK-47s. He want to be hanging around convicted felons. Don't get it fucked up. I'm a convicted felon with a firearm. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna have it with me. And I hope that if I have to go get it, by the time I go get it, my mind been on change that I don't have to go use it. Because the next time I use a strap, it's life without parole. That's the laws in Georgia. You get 2 felonies that with a gun, aggravated assault, it's life without parole. So I might as well run up and do everybody. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get a life. I'm just saying. I'm just giving an analogy. That's the weight of my situation. That's how it is in Georgia. It's not like that in every other state. In Georgia, if you get 2 aggravated assault, it's life without parole. So why just pop somebody in the ankle? But I digress from that. But what I'm saying is that if you look at the history of our people, and like I was saying on Pan African Strikes Back, or they shout out to Brandon too, is that when you look at the history of us, we sit up here, all we do is sell out each other. We've been selling each other out since the slave trade. You get what I'm saying? Over this weekend, man, I got real involved with this shit. You get what I'm saying? I studied the top 10 tribes that was on the transatlantic slave thing. So when I looked at it, I saw that, you know what? The first stop or the most was dropped out in Brazil. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, why we don't talk about Brazil? Then it caught on to what Nakmeezy say. The reason why the Black Americans can put the heat out and can talk good and draw audience is just the English in us. It's the way we talk. It's the swag in our voice, because there's more Black people in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have no voice because they speak Spanish, broken Creole, whatever. Now, I'm not talking shit about nobody's language, but it's just a swag that Black people put on the English dialect that brings everything, even the rap. You get what I'm saying? You can have good rappers in Nigeria, you can have good rappers in Colombia, but you can get a bullshit rapper in Atlanta that's sitting there talking about, turn up, slap a bitch. And it sold 1 million copies. You get what I'm saying? It's the swag that we got. But the reason why I say that we're doomed as a people, because all we do is sell out each other. And back to the slave trade. You had the tribes. I don't even want to say their name because it's just embarrassing to say the names. You have these tribes that some of them was selling other tribes. And those tribes turned around and started selling those tribes. Then they went and picked on some more people. You get what I'm saying? It was a domino effect of some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Some real hood booger, Africa gutter monkey fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about the equivalent of seeing 3 monkeys humping a basketball. The shit just don't look right. It didn't look right when I was reading it. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Diners, man. I'm sorry, man. When I was reading the shit, and I said, well, hold on now. So it wasn't nobody. It was just in the list when I was doing my research on it. The only thing the list was telling me about who was the most. You get what I'm saying? But all the 10 tribes all lost people. So I'm like, nobody in Africa back then in 1400 and 1500 had no common sense to see that we're depleting our funds for some rice and some blankets. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how can you not build like that? You got all that land, you got all that space to be cultivated. It's still undeveloped to this day. So you had all that space and all that land, and you thought it was a good idea to take 10 big tribes because you don't like them. But that's how we do in the United States. You talk about the 10 tribes, they go with zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. You'll have zone 1 fighting against zone 2. You'll have zone 3 killing and robbing people in zone 5. And you got zone 6 that don't like nobody. You get what I'm saying? We carry the same track record, how with Master saw in us. That's what I'm saying. That's what Master saw in us, that we were so quick to sell each other for nothing. Of course, some of us were stole. I'm not gonna say that, but the kings and the tribals, they was gathering them up. And we do the same thing here. If you stay on Panola, Diners, and I stay on Covenant Highway and your trap booming, I'll call the police to make your trap hot. You get what I'm saying? So I can get more money. We doing it over here in America, and people think that Americans have this better plight, but we don't. It's just that our middle class and lower class is above a third world country middle class and lower class. That's it. And you know what I'm saying? Because like people say, you can only be like they say you can only be a feminist in a first world country. You can only get by with this dumb shit that we do in a first world country. Because even in our projects, even in our ghetto, we still got such air and heat. You go to some projects, they give you a washer and dryer. You get what I'm saying? You got to damn near be rich in Africa to have a washer and dryer, washer that's not in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? A separate HVAC unit. You get what I'm saying? But the sit up here and act like we blessed and highly favored. It's some dumb nigga fuck shit. You get what I'm saying? And we should be ashamed of ourselves because we keep glossing over it. Of course, we can pick out the good ones. But if you pick out all the good black people, you just pick out the ones that's singing, that's shaking they stinking ass on stage, that's sitting up here rapping, or that's sitting up here catching a football or throwing a baseball. We don't even fuck with soccer like that over here. That's some African shit. But that is where the black boys are raised up. You're gonna either be a dope boy, you're gonna be a rapper, or you're gonna play some football, or you're gonna play some basketball. We don't really even fuck with baseball like that. And now we send up here 40 million acting like we can go to Africa and turn up. Africa don't need us. You get what I'm saying? What Africa need from us is a little bit of the smart people, the 15% of the smart people that can show them a better route. Because the only thing they don't have the same opportunity. That's why when they come over here to the United States, they shit on us. I'm talking about some goose hot pepper goat soup shit on Americans. You get what I'm saying? Because we send up here just happy to be here. We sit up here happy to go to work and spend all our money on Friday. You get what I'm saying? And then talk shit about going to work on Monday. That's what we do on the regular. And where we sit right now, and with all this swag we got, we sit at 0.1%. But before we was integrated, before punk ass Martin Luther King brought us into the burning house, you know what I'm saying? Our GDP was up. The family structure was up. As soon as black people was allowed to sit in Master's lap, man, he jumped up. The dudes jumped up on there with some jock straps on, and the females jumped up there with some leggings on. You get what I'm saying? And they can't wait. They can't wait to turn on another black person for Master so they can get an extra quarter, so they can get an extra dollar on their raise. And you can't even talk shit about the police or anybody in office, whether they breed them black people. Every black person I know that's a judge, if you close your eyes, you cannot tell if he was Colonel Sanders or Pukanisha brother. Pukanisha, man. You know these black chicks get high and go to the hospital and just compete with the dumbest names they can come up with. You get what I'm saying? But we sit up here and want to put the same people, which is the black woman, which is the right hand of white supremacy, directly or indirectly, want to put them on a pedestal and keep wanting to throw them $40 every weekend. You get what I'm saying? That's what we do. And why they got the biggest voice right now, the black man just sitting in the back in the cut, hoping that he can get some sympathy pussy by pandering to him. You get what I'm saying? A black female can get online and call men all type of bitches and hoes and call them all type of names, say you ain't shit, and it's still a dude to be like, yeah, you right. You sure is fine. You get what I'm saying? But you go on any one of them platforms, and females, they don't even stick together, Dinus. Females, they are catty as hell, Collar. Females don't even, I have a lot of females say they don't even like having females as friends, not measy, but when it come down to them suppressing the black man's voice, counseling a black man, putting 12 on black, well, I'm sorry, police, I'm from Atlanta, we say 12. To put 12
Hustle,
on a black man.
let me rock, bro. I'm gonna cook you.
Yeah, not me.
I'm fitting to cook my brother Hustle, man. Look,
please.
I'm gonna throw you in a pot and turn that heat up on you. First of all, Brazil does not have the largest amount of black people. Why? Because they practice some. Wait. Because they. No, I'm asking who got it. It's all over. It's all over. I thought it was 60 million over there. Maybe I read it wrong. Hold on. No, it's not that. It's that they practice blanqueamento, and they have a whole bunch of different racial categories. And if you look at some of these people, they don't even look black anymore. So a lot of Brazil has whitened out their blackness. That's number one.
Well, let me ask you this, not Measy. Does the
Yes.
one drop rule then pertain still to Black America? Because those people count as Black.
No, and that's why I said in my last thing, I don't count biracials as Black. For me, you have to have a majority of Black DNA, and even then, most Black Americans are technically multiracials. If we're going to look at Africa as a pure or an African without European admixture, if that's going to be the standard, then Black Americans are socially Black, but technically from a DNA standpoint, mixed race people. And nobody in the chat can argue me with that. Now, I had some brothers in the chat, some yardies, I guess, talking about Jamaica has the real Pan-Africans. This is what I'm talking about, bro. It doesn't matter who. You know, anybody that you bring me from Jamaica or something, I don't want to be doing this set tripping, this diaspora set tripping, but I can give you 3 or 4 Black Americans that outrun them. They're going to say, oh, Marcus Garvey, homie never touched Africa, number 1. Number 2, he had to leave Jamaica to get with the people who were following in the footsteps of Martin Delany, the real Pan-Africanist, who said, I speak to the true African whose blood is not tainted by Europeans. That was the real Pan-African right there, Martin Delany, born in West Virginia, raised in Pittsburgh, PA. Now, Hustle Smart, I like where you go, but it seems like you always make a turn to bashing on a Black woman, and then you say that we're simping if we stand up for the Black woman. So I have a question for you, Hustle Smart.
Go ahead, my brother.
If you constantly bang on Pookies and Ray Rays and say that we getting shit on by Africans that come here, let me explain something to you. Africans come to America and they do well. Not all of them do well, because we have in New York City what they call get money Africans. They used to sell fake Louis, fake CDs until they got themselves up to a place where they could open their own business. The problem is that Black Americans are not taking advantage of the opportunities in America. That's number 1.
True.
Number 2, as far as damn, you said something about
I said a lot.
Yeah, you said a whole bunch, and a lot of it wasn't positive to our people. Well, you can't just I got it.
Go ahead.
You say to Pookie and Ray Ray, right? But you just said that you were a felon. And so my question to you is, what are you doing to change the narrative of the Pookie and Ray Ray instead of just yapping about it? See, me, I'm hold on, brother. I'm undefeated against NYPD, so I don't have a criminal record, but I still have the I guess you could call the street cred, where I can speak to the Pookie and Ray Ray and get their buy-in, because they understand that I'm coming from a place of authenticity. So even with no criminal record, I still get busy in the streets. So if you're gonna bang on Pookie and Ray Ray, what are you actually doing to turn a Ray Ray into a Malcolm X?
Okay, first of all, I banged on Pookies and Ray Ray. I banged on Pookanisha and her brother. You get what I'm saying? I went off on these weave wearing wild hyena uppity twerk monkeys. You get what I'm saying? I went off on these uppity females that's running the Black community right now, and you know damn well that it is no society, it's no type of community that if the Black that the female, I ain't gonna even say Black woman, I'm just gonna say females that's running it has ever flourished. It is doomed from the jump. It has never happened, and the only people that's letting that happen is some broke back, lowbrow simps in the Black community that sit around here want some sympathy pussy. Most of us are raised by single black females, so we sit up there and let them talk to us any kind of way, while we got all the strength in the world, and most of us are emotional, not easy. That's why, like we was talking earlier about how some Black people would get shot by the police and some white people don't. Now this is the thing. I be on the road all the time. I watch how when the police is coming for a white dude, man, the white dude is already on his knees. He laying on his He laying on his stomach with his hands out. Did you see the white dude that shot up the place in Baltimore? He didn't even have
Hold
no
on, brother.
shirt
You
on.
dancing? You
Hold on,
dancing?
no.
Let me take off
finish
your
my point.
dancing shoes. Let me take off your dancing shoes.
Let me finish my point.
Answer the question. Answer the
I got
question.
you. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back full circle like you did. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that it's definitely racism against us. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is the black man in the United States right now, 75% of us are grew up seeing nothing but females. Yeah, we can jump out the gym. Yeah, we can fight. Yeah, we can move some boxes, but we emotional. So we have emotional reaction. Now the police, they let black women get away with doing all that hand waving and yapping or whatever, but they looking for any reason the goddamn to pull something off the top of your scalp. You get what I'm saying? For a black man. So why give them that? You know what I'm saying? One officer told me, this officer told me the day he was taking me to jail, he like, you know what? You might beat this ticket, but what you would not do, you would not beat this ride to the precinct. You get what I'm saying? And that right there taught me whatever the fuck, if they coming to lock you up, if he's saying I'm finna lock you up, I'm finna put your hand behind your back, anything you do after that is considered resistant and they can do your ass. Of course he can take discretion. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, white people are the majority. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. And we all know that majority makes the rule. It's the same way in our neighborhoods where it's all black. A white person can't come in there and tell us nothing. So what the hell you think that, you know what I'm saying, begging white people to accept you? I'm telling you, if it was the other way around and there was more black people than there was white people, I would do white people the same way. Every white person hold on, I'm gonna get back. And every white person I see would be a suspect. I would say if I catch a white boy on a tractor, I'd be pulling him over, trying to check his tractor, checking up under the hood. I would do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? But now back to what I do is that I'm a lease operator. I go on Bankhead, I go on Simpson Road, I go in all these places try to get these black dudes that come on with me that I can help them get a truck so they can pull these loads off the board. You don't even have no supervisor. You get what I'm saying? This is what I try to do. I go to these neighborhoods all the time to help. I tell these dudes, I got a little piece of paper that I keep with me just to show them that I'm a convicted felon. I got a strong felony. You get what I'm saying? So I can't never get my rights back. That's how strong my felony is. If I go to a lawyer and brought him $1 million in the state of Georgia, he'll tell me, man, go ahead, just keep your money. We can't get that. That cannot be expunged. That cannot be sealed. My crime cannot be sealed. So this is just how it is in a red state like Georgia. But when I come to these brothers to try to get them, the first thing they start asking, well, how long I'm gonna be away? How long I'm gonna be on the road? Nigga, you living in a death trap. You living on Keller Road. You hanging up here at the stove. They shooting and killing every day at the Yellowstone. But you so embedded in this dumb hood booger gutter shit that you would rather stay here around the rest of these bums that ain't doing nothing, that's gonna turn around and tell on you when they get y'all all in the precinct and give somebody a cigarette. They go to telling on everybody. But these brothers don't want to do nothing, not Measy.
Okay, hold on. I got you.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, you're the fabulous filibuster. You're the fabulous filibuster, brother.
But we got Kala. You know, I got.
Go ahead,
And that's what I wanted to address. That's what I wanted to address. I'm gonna apologize in advance. Once you have a guest, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, College Genesis is the star. We're supporting cast. So what we're gonna have to do is try to keep it short and keep it respectful in terms of time. So College Genesis, I acquiesce to you, brother. He just didn't want to get cooked, so he did a fabulous filibuster. But I'm gonna let him rock because that's my brother.
Okay. I mean, good. That was a good dialogue and debate. You know, and I think both of you guys are making good points and everything because Hustle Smart's basically just saying what a lot of people don't want to say. You know,
yes.
A lot of people don't want. A lot of people who out there and they see this stuff every day and whatnot, it gets nerve-wracking. And also, and the people that's out there doing work in the community and everything, it gets frustrating and everything like that. And some people like this, but He's staying at it. Why not? So let's give him credit on that. And I understand where Nakmee's coming from. We always have to have the voice of hope. We can't have those type of people listen to a show like this and say and have them thinking that they're no good. You know, that's the one thing I always pretend like that same Pookie Ray Ray listening to my voice right now. You know, and we tell them, look, there's never too late. It's never too late to change your life around and everything. But the whole thing is this: has a key, right? You have to make the decision that there's a truth of wrong and right.
Yes.
I think what's happening in Black America, right? This is I've been saying this for years, right? And for some strange reason, right? Every other group of people, right? Every civilization, because we're in captivity, and like I said, and we live in the white man's country and everything like that, and they control the media, they control reward and punishment, they control who our icons are and everything like that. We did a good job, basically, like that, because even back in the when Ebony magazine was created, right?
Yes,
we
sir.
always knew that the white man, or Richard Wright wrote, that means it's no good as far as like this. We do not know. We do not want to say what's right and wrong. When somebody says, you know something, this is right and this is wrong, the only people that can say that to us and we listen is somebody like Minister Farrakhan. That's the only person.
Exactly.
Is the only we'll listen to it. It's a shame that we have grown men in their 40s and everything can't say, you know, that's wrong. Your lyrics are wrong. What you're doing is wrong, right? And you go, oh no. If I can see if you're 19, 20, you're gonna be a knucklehead. I was a knucklehead too when I was out there, right? But the bottom line is there's something in you, right? It's in every person. That's wrong. I'm doing wrong. I could justify it. I'm getting my hustle on my neck, but you know you're doing wrong. Right. And that has to be in the conscious of Black people at all times. I know people that ride the poor, brothers that are poor, living in the gutter and everything, don't have a nickel and dime when not around, living in the with nothing. They got the highest integrity and moral standard you'll ever see in your life. So it's not about poverty. Then I seen Black people who got nice houses and everything, right? And they ain't worth shit. So it has nothing to do like that. It's about right and wrong, right? And what happens is it's like it says, Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, right? You may have what's the gain of man's gain the world but lose his soul. And somehow in the Black person's world, right? We look to people that we know sold their soul. You sold your soul for millions of dollars. You're telling us all this evil. And the bottom line is, if we want to have this Pan-African movement or what, ADOS, whatever you want to do, until we confront that, right? That this is right and this is wrong. And then this is the most dangerous thing that came out. So this is sick that this came out of America, and it's particularly in Black Americans, right? Because I've seen other people when I was in Liberia, and I've been around a lot of Caribbeans all my life and whatnot. They don't have this problem, right?
Nonsense.
No. Let me say this.
No, let that man talk. Let that man talk. Let that man talk.
I'm African American, right? I know there's a lot of good people, but the thing is, though, the people that are doing wrong, right? You know, right? They're doing wrong. Black people, and somehow in our culture, right? We cannot find ourselves to be like, okay, this person's wrong. And this, that, and the other thing. Well, he made a lot of money. Well, no, but he's dead. That's wrong. You know
what?
Why you think? Or like we just don't look. Let me say that. Look at the Grammys. Cardi B.
Why are you speaking about entertainers, brother?
Wrong,
Cardi B is a dirty Dominican. She's not even Black.
Not me.
It matters.
Not me.
It matters.
Not me. Did you call Carla the OG? He the OG expert, man. You got to let the OG expert, the star of the show.
But he's not making any sense, because if you're going to talk about Africa, let him speak. Go on, brother.
Yeah, let me say this, right? What I'm saying is this. I'm not saying I know Cardi B's Dominican, whatever. But I'm saying, like you all said, one of you said, the African American culture, right? It doesn't matter. When Marcus Garvey came here, he became part of what? Black America, the African American experience, right? When Cardi B's up there, right, singing trap music, rap, everything, she's part of the African American culture, whether she came from whatever like that, you know. And so the bottom line is we always take the L's when people do something. The world, it doesn't really matter what she said. We can saw she's not ADOS and everything. I think we're gonna absolve ourselves. As soon as people come to these shores, right, and you're black, right? Let me give you an example. If somebody gets, I remember a couple years ago, right? There was this guy that beat his ex-wife and raped her, or whatever, and this happened again in Florida, right? He was a black man, right? But I did some deep, and I'll do it just like you, Nagmeezy. I put out there this guy was a Ghanaian immigrant, right? He was like that, you know.
Oh yeah, the pastor, the pastor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like this. I'm saying because I'm like, we don't want it like this. We shouldn't have to live like that, you know. We should not have to live like that, you know. But the main thing is, if everybody knew that Black America at one time was like the moral standard bearer, if you're doing something fuck shit, whatever like that, that's not part of our culture. But we basically said that this is who we are, you know, who we are, and whatnot to the world. You know, that's the point I'm trying to make. We stay in the world because we're in a thing where, and like you said, the whole entire black race, until we get Africa up and running, where wealth and building and everything is the norm, not poverty, right? Then we can look at people like Rick Ross, like, get out of here. For every one Rick Ross, I know 1,000 Liko Dangotes. You know, I know 1,000 African American. I want so badly all these brothers. Whether it's JT the Rich Figure, I want these brothers to get rich in Africa. I want them to make it. I'm not gonna sit here like some people on YouTube. I want Rick from the Bag to make it. I want all these brothers to make it. Why? Because it's gonna say to us, yes, this guy made it in Africa and whatnot. But we got fools on the Enemy Within on YouTube bashing and nitpicking everything somebody black from America doing everything. We want these brothers to win. We should all be behind them, right? It doesn't take away from the FBA. We could have it both. We can have it all. You know.
So let me respond to you, Collagenous, real quick. Can you name that black man that mentored you when you was a kid? Did any black man ever mentor you as a kid?
Yeah, but when I had my father, you know, and my grandfather.
Okay, so you had a father. So you had a father. Go on.
Say this, not easy. And I had my Uncle Al. Let me tell you about my Uncle Al. He just recently passed away of COVID-19. I tell you about that. And it was because of Cuomo. He was in a nursing home, right? Cuomo brought the people that he caught COVID and died, you know, in a nursing home in Brooklyn. Anyway, check this out. My Uncle Al. I'm in 3rd grade, right? This is my Uncle Al, right? This is how uncles are, right? There was this little Spanish girl, whatever, like that. Real long hair in 3rd grade class. I had a crush on her, right? She had real long hair like Isis. Remember Isis? You remember Isis back in the days, right? Almighty Isis. Remember her? All the black boys had a crush on Isis. Oh, she was beautiful, right? Rules kids, right? And she's like, Isis. My Uncle Al goes, I heard you like there's a white girl in your school. Like, yeah, he goes, let me tell you something, bro. Don't ever do that. Black and white, no. You know? And I never, in all my life, I never dated, because that stuck me good. Black and white should not be together. You know, you stay away. I'm just telling you for your own good. That was my Uncle Al. He was older than my father. He was my father's senior, you know? And he basically like black and white. No. He had a beautiful family in South Jamaica, Queens. You know, he took his family around the world. When my cousins and everything, they're all millionaires and whatnot, real estate doctors and everything like that. They were like the Cosbys of the time. You know, that my cousin, that family, right? But he's like, no, wait. But the thing is, though, I had black men. I had my grandfather. My grandfather spoiled me. He took me everywhere. Took me to Freeport, Long Island, fishing. Took me to Chesapeake Bay Bridge. We went to Georgia when I was a kid. I had men in my role models in my life. You know, yeah, that's what I think. I understand that. You know, so
let me follow up because I wasn't finished. So salute and rest in peace. No, rest in peace to those positive black men that have passed on.
True.
But that flies in the face of what you said about black Americans, that we don't have anyone to basically put us on the right path and say that, no, that's wrong. If I go around the whole panel, we all have a black man that we can say that about. Okay, I have Mr. Durham from Chartier City, Pittsburgh, PA, who had the biggest biceps I've ever seen, who's the one who told me that I shouldn't be calling black people the N-word. You understand what I'm saying? So we all have someone that has been influential in the black community. So then the question becomes, if we've had that, and you're saying that there is no more of that today, which I don't believe, then guess who has to do it? It's you, Collagenesis. It's you, Dynus. It's you, Hustle Smart. You have to be that OG that pulls that supposed Pookie and Ray Ray to the side and say, yo, bro, this is how you really get it. This is how you hustle.
Let's say we're all doing it, right? But the thing is, what's in there? What's in the ear of the average young brother? I pull up to the gas station. What's
music?
Hold on,
music.
What's bumping? It ain't something that me and Dennis is saying when that lyrics are just saying fuck nigga, fuck this, fuck that. That's in the head all the time. Look, bro, you gotta admit, not Meezy. This is a psychological warfare. I believe it. If they, like I said, I thought that like back in 2000, right? I thought the gangster rap and all that shit would go away, but it seemed like it's gotten worse.
You know, Colin, let me stop you right there. It was somewhat fading away. Then I want to say it came to Atlanta and it just woo like
Atlanta. Well, let me jump on here. Hustle like Smart. Hold on, brother.
Just woo.
I'm gonna destroy y'all whole argument right now. Who buys more hip hop than anyone?
White people.
Exactly. So don't put so much. Hold on. Don't put so much into the music. When I ride to work every day, I'm listening to Glaciers of Ice by Raekwon. And then after that, some other ratchet shit comes on, right?
I like Ice Water.
Okay. So they're talking about sniffing coke and all kind of crazy shit. It's entertainment. We as black people, brother, hold up, brother.
I disagree.
I see. This is the anti-knock Meezy filibuster because y'all don't want to get cooked. Y'all don't want to get cooked. Collar Genesis, Collar, please let me serve up some collar fritters right now. I'm about to cook you.
You're right.
Look.
All right. Okay. Let's hear this.
No, so if white people consume the most hip hop, right, and they listen to everything, and matter of fact, you got Asians, hip hop, you can almost say isn't even exclusively Black American anymore. You got some of the biggest names in hip hop, they're not Black American, okay? They're all influenced by Black American hip hop, though. So when you put so much emphasis on the music and say, well, it's the music why our people are the way they are, what you're doing is giving people an easy out. I grew up on I grew up on all that ratchet hip hop. I also grew up on Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, and things of that nature. I always knew that it was just music. So when I was studying in Morgan State in the engineering program, I was listening to Dwick by Gangstar and Nice and Smooth. I didn't turn out to be like them. You understand? So when I got not arrested, so to speak.
No, you got locked up. You got locked up.
No. I'm undefeated against NYPD. Why? Because I'm smart. You understand? I could have fell into that trap. But when we try to say Black Americans don't have it, and all of you can name a Black American who's guided you or has put you onto game, what you're doing is you're bigging up Africa at the expense of Black America. And because I love Africans, I'm not going to go through every single scenario in Africa. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it. Everything that you say that is an issue in Black America, you have it in Africa. Every single thing. You have teenage pregnancy. You have police brutality, you have drug use, you have more of a family structure. I will give you that. But that family structure has not translated to a prosperous and independent Africa. And I dare any one of you to show me the difference. Show me
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, not Meezy.
Let me reply to Mac's point.
Huh? You agreeing with me, not Meezy? That's what I said. I said the same problems that go on in the hood here go on over there, but it's just that over there in Africa, they're the third world country, so it look worse on dirt roads and flies and shit. You get what I'm saying? And we do the shit in goddamn apartments, hood apartments, where it's still a danger zone with Central ANC with brick walls painted. You get what I'm saying? I said the same thing. You agreeing with me, not Meezy? That's what you did.
Hustle. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I always agree with you.
Hustle. Let me reply to.
Go ahead, Colin.
Let me reply to Brother Dak Meezy. Now, Brother Dak Meezy, me and I come from the same era, right? Back in the early 80s, breakdancing. Remember that? What was the jeans we wore back in like 83, 84? What?
Lee's with the big patch. Right. You used to put it on your Adidas.
You had the Lee's, the Adidas, not Pumas. Some
color
Pumas. I was Lee's and Adidas, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that. That was me. Lee's, Adidas. I had my bomber, my jacket on, the matching jacket, right? Which I had on my crew. We had our stuff painted on the back, or graffiti painted on the back. That was our crew. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Okay. Now, during that time, right? I remember, right? White boys did not listen to black music, right? It
Because they had the Beastie Boys in third base.
Hold up, my career. That is before third base, right? The white boys would not listen to music. They were into freaking rock, whatever like that, right? The music and the dance, the culture was black and Puerto Rican. My crew was half black, half Puerto Rican. Mostly black and Puerto Rican too. That's our crew in New York was, right? We were connected to Rocksteady in the Bronx, right? That's our crew, you know. So anyway, bottom line is this, right? Fast forward to the West Coast rappers taking over now. They're selling music to white people, right? Now you say, well, white people listen to the hip hop, right? Here's the thing. What this would change in Black America in the advent of Hot 97 and Source magazines and Vibe magazines and everything. They tried to, at the same time, merge black people and white people together under the so-called hip hop. This is the reason why I'm here today, right? They tried to create this hip hop nation, right? Back transgenders, gays, whites, lesbians, all these leftists and everything, are all in this place that people who smoke weed, people who nothing against that, people who drink, party, or a party culture. Hold up. Hold up. Remember
what'd you talk about, Willis?
Hold up.
What is going on, man?
I'm giving you a history lesson, right? In 2004, Puff Daddy did the vote or die thing, right? He said he would galvanize the hip hop vote. What he found was that white people, and I'm gonna get back to this, white people, no matter if they lived in hip hop, right, they still voted conservative, whatever like that, right? Black people bought into this so-called hip hop nation. It's destroying Black America. That's really I came on this thing. There was a thing called the Hip Hop Forum back in 2006, right? And he had this white guy who was run by whites, right? And they were up there saying the N-word, this, that, and the other, right? And then they did this one blog, right, that pissed me the fuck off. It said, the dude said, well, fuck Malcolm X, fuck Martin Luther King. We got Biggie and Tupac, our hip-hop nation, Malcolm. I don't know if you remember that. Our Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. And that's what birthed the Black nationalist movement you see right here while I'm here today. I said, how dare you? You know? I said, well, we're a new race, we're a hip hop race, right? So therefore, this idea, just because white people black people are very influenced by what they see. White people. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Okay, I got your point, brother. I got your point.
Hold on. Let me get it now.
Wait. Hold on, brother. I love you, but you be. I need to get more time, bro.
I ain't gonna be long-winded this time. I promise. I'm not gonna.
That's impossible.
I guarantee you. Listen.
Go on. Let's let Black Nation rock because we all been filibustering that, brother.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't even see him in here. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, I'll jump in.
Okay, I swear to white Jesus. You know how y'all black people love white Jesus, right? I swear to white Jesus, I won't be long-winded. Now, this is the difference, and I'm on Kyle's side on this, McMeezy. See, it's a difference between New York. New York is up tempo. See, when y'all had the game on lock, you get what I'm saying? Y'all, the beats was more up tempo. But see, when Atlanta took it, you get what I'm saying? It became trap music. Now, T.I. lame ass, he introduced trap music, but Gucci, OJ the Juice, 42 Dud, Lil Back, all these dudes, they took it to another level. So it's real life. See, back then you could talk, you had special ed talk about I got an island of my very own. I got a dog with a solid gold bone. You can lie on a record back then. You can lie on a record back then. In Atlanta, dog, you can't lie. If you ain't in a trap, like people will pull up on you and you gonna have to pull out your strap and show that, okay, I'm gonna protect my strap at all costs. Like this is where it is. So now you got the black dudes see the white people, they like the trap music because of the beat. Zaytoven and all them other dudes, they made the little beat catchy. Kill a nigga, hang a nigga, fuck a nigga, kill a nigga, all that shit.
White people
just made it. They just make it. They make it catchy. But see, the white dudes ain't in no trap house listening to that shit. They in the suburb. They in Buckhead. You get what I'm saying? They in Alpharetta.
You're long-winded.
Hold on. Let me finish the last point. But all my homeboys that got locked up with me, they was in the trap while they cooking up the work, while they turning a 56 into a 62, and then stretching and turning it into a 63, while they breaking down the pounds of the bales, while they got them mixing up the Skittles, which is the Bean X pills. You get what I'm saying? While they got 20, 30 guns on the counter, while they got the trap dough, they listening to this music. You get what I'm saying? So this music, while they in the trap, it's already kill or be killed in the trap.
I get you, brother.
What I'm saying is that our black people are listening to it. It's affecting. It's just like beating the drum. It's just like beating the drum in the open space. But if you beat that same drum close to some bees, it'll rattle. But you can listen to it in the open space. It won't bother nobody. That's
okay, hold on. Saying. White Jesus is frowning down upon you right now because you didn't keep your word.
Yeah, tell white Jesus I said eat a dick.
Yeah, he make that a double. So now check this out, Hustle Smart. The reason that you gave, and I can take both of y'all, facts. The reason that you gave about the trap. There's always been traps all over America, especially in the black community, before hip hop. Those are socioeconomic reasons why people are in the trap, not hip hop. Hip hop doesn't necessarily send people to the trap. What hip hop does is glorify the trap, and we have to talk about that. That needs to stop. But what we're losing here is what I'm saying is that hip hop does not create criminality because criminals were around before hip hop was around.
But it gives it a sanctuary. It gives it a sanctuary.
Wait, and I said that it will do that, but but I'm telling you, you can't just blame the music because white people listen to it as well. So then we come to this. Wait, hold on, brother. Hold on,
bro.
I gotta respond.
Y'all love cutting me off, and I love it because that means y'all don't want to get cooked. Look, then what this basically becomes is a question of, are black people too stupid to separate entertainment from reality? And look,
Facts.
I'm on the fence because what we as black, why do you think
not music? And the answer, good. I hate to say this, for many of us is yes.
Okay, so now check this out. And look, that's why I say I lean in the middle. I'm on the fence on this. Why? And I'll give you an example. He's on a panel. My brother Hustle Smart. When he rocks, I let him rock for the most part because I like to hear it. Because he's entertaining. It's edutainment. So what we have to do as black people worldwide is be less entertained and more educated. And that's the issue. It's not specifically in Black America. It's black people worldwide. So when we point the finger at the warrior class in terms of fighting against white supremacy and just say, you guys are messed up, but we ignore the rest of the black family worldwide, then what we're doing is we're giving and painting a lopsided picture that in the end is going to end up biting us in the ass. Now, hold on. Go on. I think that was Dinus.
Let me ask you a question right there, right? This is what I'm grappling with, right? Okay, we have brother Malik Zulu from the New Black Panther Party, right? He came to Norfolk, my area the other day. I didn't get a chance to see him. New Black Panther, Black Lives Matter. They had a march on Saturday, all 10 of them, you know, in Norfolk, right? Police brutality. We haven't had a police shooting here in years, right? But so he brought the same program to every city, black like that. In Norfolk, in Hampton, I'm gonna tell you right now, this angers me, right? There are people getting shot since the first city in January, right? There are people getting shot in either Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, almost every day. And no one's saying anything about it. You know what I'm saying? We completely ignore bodies. Do you think that mother who got to bury her son or daughter and everything like that is grieving any less than if she was killed by a cop or a white person?
No.
But the culture in Black America, right, is we don't care. We're sick, right?
Exactly.
We're sick.
No, we're desensitized. We're not. We don't. It's not that we don't care.
We're desensitized. Why is it that when a police officer killed, a white person killed, we're all up in arms and everything? And we're, you're talking about black on black crime, but it's not black on black. It's human beings are dying. Do we even love? I mean, how can we really say we love people and everything, and we don't care when we hear about a 6-year-old girl getting her brains blown out by a stray bullet?
We do care, bro.
No, but I really don't think enough people do care, but no one talks about it. You know,
how long is the outrage?
I never hear anybody talk about it.
But not me. I would say this: the attention. But I would say we don't. you know, you're not gonna see if a 6-year-old girl is killed by a stray bullet, Tamika Mallory, Ben Crump, you know, and the rest of them, they're not showing up.
Right.
Nobody.
I would agree. Because these people are opportunists and they profit off of Black death, just like Black Lives Matter. They profit off of Black death. Now, what this is not that is okay. Go on, y'all love filibustering me. I swear to God.
No. Okay, here we go. Not me. Here we go. Not me.
Stop playing the victim, man.
Here we go. Not me. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna pass it to Black Nation. Go ahead.
Well, you know, Black Americans love to play the victim, so you know. But look.
Oh, that's what.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't have issue with most of what you guys are saying. But when you try to just point the fingers at Black Americans, like we're the only Black ethnic group that has issues or has issues that are beyond repair, that's not true. So for everything that you say, yeah, we get caught with stray bullets and all of that. I could put you to places on the continent where they still do money rituals. Okay, we don't deal with that. So instead of saying who's going to win the pain or the pain Olympics, I think we should really be talking about how do we get ourselves out of it, instead of just saying that, you know, Black America, because our name is in everybody's mouth and it's for a reason. Peace.
All right, go ahead, Black Nation.
All right, one thing I want to say about is the differentiating between the real life and entertainment. Hey, with our community, we have to realize, we don't realize that. We don't have that compartmentalized. We don't have that separated. We have too much of that entwined into our communities. That's the problem. We have to separate. We got more kids that want to be rappers, drug dealers, instead of these doctors and police officers and people of the law are being businessmen. You know what I mean? We got too much negative stuff that is distracting our community. And that's the biggest problem in Black America. And the reason why everybody else they got their mouth on our community is because they can see our problems is in the spotlight.
Yes,
we are in the spotlight. Even though we are a small majority. You know, we a little population within a big population. We have our influence is heavily big around the world. So people gonna look just because they don't have a voice. Because I see a lot of Dominican platforms and shit, and they always talking about Black men, Black people, and they main subject be Black men, like African Americans. And I'll be seeing all these Caribbean people that be tag teaming on Black America. So what I'm saying is people just pick on that because they know when they come in this country, they have the opportunities, they have the way that we, they benefited off of our community, so they can move up. And I just wanted to say that. But Black people that's our biggest problem, is that distraction. We got too many distraction in our community. And
let me say something. Let me say something about Black Nation. Let me say something about it. Good to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
The thing I'm bothered by is the fact that none of this was happening before social media. You know,
true.
They say the idle mind's the devil's workshop.
Hold on, bro. Are you sure that this didn't happen before social media?
No. It was there.
Nah, bro. Not on this level. Not no way. Not on this level. No.
It was there.
Hey, Carla, you see with black people, when you're making a point, you got to be real specific. You can't say it ain't never. You can't say speak in generalizations.
Not on this level. Not on this level. Let me clarify. On this level. Now, what I'm saying is this. I remember in 1997, right, when Princess Diana died, right? I was sitting there with my boys from Bermuda and Bahamas and stuff like that, and Barbados and everything. And they're sitting there, oh, man, she was cool. And I said, why do y'all care? They looked at me like, you talking about the princess, or duchess, whatever like that. I'm like, they're part of the British. That's what I knew there was a difference. I said, I'm an American. We don't give it. I don't know anything about the royal family and nothing like that. Oh, I remember she came to the island one day and whatnot. We were all there. We met her and whatnot. I'm like, that dawned on me. So basically, here's the thing. I have a Caribbeans in my family, Black people in America, and everything. We're all one people. Caribbeans benefited from Black America because you look at South Jamaica, Queens, right? A good portion of the community there were from the islands. They came into the Black community. They're Black. But this generation, right? Because a lot of Caribbeans come here and they associate with whites and everybody else, right? And what happens is the problems in the Black community used to be all our own. If you see somebody blacked out, remember Amil Diallo was killed by the police. Remember that Stucker thing? Amil Louima, Haitian, right? Black people rattle. He's a black brother, right? We didn't care about
it. It's a generational thing. I get it.
This generation, right? They're coming up right here because of social media apps and everything. You're on the app and social media with people who are most like you. You know, if you're Liberian, I'm involved in the Liberian community, right? Liberians probably now probably overtaking the Caribbeans as the closest group of people to Black America. You know, that's the truth. And so they're a lot of our platforms and everything like that, and vice versa. But these other people, right? They're trying to build themselves up, and rightfully so. If you're like from the Bermuda and Barbados, everything, even though I got a lot of people from the Virgin Islands, my family, everything like that. But some people, man, they don't want to be part of the struggle. They think it's too much. They think the struggle.
And hold on. And a lot of them are not built for this struggle. They're not built for what
they don't want. A lot of them don't want it. They don't want the struggle.
But they're not built for it either. They're not built for it.
But they want to benefit. They want to benefit from it. They want to benefit. Yes, right? That's another thing. That's what ADOS and all of them have a point, right? And I tell people all the time. They say ADOS. I said ADOS didn't start this thing. You know, they didn't start this. You know, it was a reaction. I remember I was like praying didn't go any further than this, but it's just too late. And the bottom line, there was people out there taking shots at Black America, understanding, or Caribbean, white people putting out stuff. Oh, the Caribbeans are hardworking. They're like that. What does it say about all the Black people who are working hard in America? Caribbeans are doing this. African immigrants, look, they're so succeeding in America and everything. Even though they took these things, you could say the same thing about Black people from the South or Black people from New York moving to the South. Oh, look at their grades are better than the Black people in the South. Of course, every time you move, have a transition.
And they always don't pin up against each other.
They'll pitch you against you. But the thing is, what I want to say about Caribbean brothers is, why is it that only African Americans could see that, you know? And that's why they want to destroy Black America. But we see that, but we don't want to fall into that same trap of us versus them. We know it's a trap. And the Asians are falling into, just what the topic of the show today, the Asians are falling into the enemy without and enemy within, right? The Asians are trying to take up the mantle of just joining the fun of it's Black America's fault. Let's talk about this. I want to
ask a question about what y'all think about this, because like how I see with these Asian people, you know, I like Asian and I like everybody.
Oh, I got Asian friends.
Well, what I'm saying is,
I study Chinese martial arts.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I don't mind for me to go out there and protest against this, you know, this stuff that's going against them. But when stuff been happening to us for a long, long time, and you know what they did in their business? They looked away and went into their business. They didn't say anything about us being harassed by the police and oppression. So I'm just trying to tell.
Remember when Liang, remember Liang, the guy that shot the Aku Garli in the Brooklyn staircase? The Asian community went out there and said,
yeah,
I remember. If you're going to let the white people off for shooting Black people, why can't we? We've arrived, you know? And you had all these Chinese out there talk about, we could do it too. We could shoot Black people too. You know?
Hey, Black Nation, let me ask you a question, Black Nation, since you brought this up, my brother. Now, this is a thing that, you know, Black people, we got to check. And you kind of said it, you know what I'm saying? You just didn't go forward, you didn't go that deep with it. But think about what you just said. And it is a question and a statement at the same time. Why would you even think about going out there and protest if you know damn well they don't protest for you? See, this, you get what I'm saying? Like, why would that even be a thought? Why would there be a thought in your mind to say, I don't mind? Like think about it. Let me set it up. Let me set up the question. My fault. Let me set it up a different way. You got this Asian person that's whooping your ass. Now he ain't whooping your next door neighbor ass.
Come on, they ain't whooping.
So that's what I'm saying. So why would you even think about going out there when you know they wouldn't even consider trying to help you?
Yeah. But
that's my question to you.
The answer is because, you know, we are, you know, I don't know.
I mean, I'm talking to you, asking you.
Okay, what kind of? I'm a good person, so I'm gonna go out there. You got to get it. You got to understand that if I see an old Asian lady getting attacked by this young Black dude and he just wailing on her, and she about 70-some years old, I'm gonna get in there and do something to him. That's just a natural reaction of a good person. I'm not gonna
off code.
Yeah, that's off. That's off code like a motherfucker. But these are the tactics. These are the tactics that white. Hold on, these are the tactics that they use against us. See, if y'all studied war, no, I'm saying, no, you up to your opinion. I heard what you said, but I'm just.
Let me
Go ahead.
You about to go in, but that's just on being a righteous person. I mean, it's nothing wrong with helping some old lady. That could be your mother, man. Now, the reason why I'm saying me to keep on going, going to the protests and keep on protesting. No, I'm not going to do that because I know if I go up in the what's it called, a salon store and go want to buy a do-rag, I'm gonna get some drama from the little Asian dude. So no, I'm not gonna be out there protesting for them like every time and all this. Like I really don't care. The reason why I care is too many attacks on the old. That's all. If they were just the young people, I would.
Fuck them, man. Fuck the old ones. Fuck the young ones. Fuck the middle aged ones. Fuck all of them. When they killed that little black girl. This is a black girl now. This ain't an old person. This is a young black girl. They came out and spoke good. Like, think about it as black people. Like we feel sorry for. Oh, it's just like saying we feel sorry for old Klansmen.
I don't feel sorry, bro. I feel that is an older person. I'm not saying that's an old person.
So you would feel sorry for an old Klansman? An old white lady Klansman?
It's like this. It says at some point.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Let me hold on.
Because the Chinese person don't like us either.
Hey, but they didn't do the crime like the Klansmen did.
Hold on. Let me say this.
That's what you think.
That's what you think, man. Good Lord, boy, he is off code like a motherfucker.
Check this out.
But I love you, my brother. I love you now.
Check this out. This is another thing that we have to worry about in Black America, right?
Go ahead.
The bottom line is the racists, right? The white people, basically, that lynched our ancestors, killed us and whatnot. We cannot, and I think, and it all comes back on us, right? We cannot become what we oppressed by and hate. We cannot become that right
what?
Now. Hold on,
off code.
Off code, Colin.
Colin, let me rock. Colin, you're singing Negro spirituals now, brother. You're singing Negro spirituals.
Soon and very soon. Pull out your heel book.
Hey, hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Pull out your handkerchief.
Hey, bro, it's levels to this. It's levels to this. You can't just it's levels.
Let him finish his point, and then let me rock.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. Right now, how you be on code is why don't we start doing some of the things that other people who are successful, right? Now, anybody can just imitate the worst of the white people, right? Why don't we start producing our own Bill Gateses and stuff like that and get behind them? Why don't we be on code like that?
Correct.
Okay, I got you. First of all, shame.
So it's all.
Hold on.
Like what you're gonna be on code with. Now, if you was on code, other thing, if you was on code like that, then I can say, something like I said, reward and punishment. Hey, I can't say nothing, right? But Black people ain't on code on the things that matter.
Yeah, he trying to make it seem like we on code. We ain't on no code.
Hold on. So let me rock. I'm respectfully asking for some time.
Colin, let the man talk. Colin, let him talk.
When it comes down to fuck shit,
we on code.
It's easy to get down with fuck shit, They're right, let's get on fuck the fuck. That's easy. Yeah. Anybody can do that. But when it comes down to really just building something and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to get on code. That's the problem.
So then what we have to do is define the code. Okay. That's when you have people that appeal.
It should be natural.
How about we define common courtesy and let me get some goddamn time? Because y'all jumping in, y'all talking over each other, but when I speak, I'm getting attacked by everybody. And honestly, most of the stuff that y'all say, not you necessarily, Kyla, but you just like cutting people off. But back to the real thing. We have to define what the code is. You know what I'm saying? Black first means do everything black so long as you can. Black only is another level. I'm working towards black only because our social and economic statuses are not there yet. It is impossible to be black only, so you have to be black first. Now, you can be black only in some aspects of your life, like who you choose to date, who you choose to procreate with, who you choose to do certain parts of your business with, until we build up a black economic structure that can support the Black community. That's what we're missing in this conversation, is a socio-economic piece. We're talking about hip hop, and we're talking about, you know, Chinese people and things of that nature. Oh, college bounce. See, you don't want to hear it. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all. So when college started,
I think he accidentally might have lost connection. I don't know. We guys hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Anyways, we'll do one more round. So not Measy, finish your thought, and Black Nation to Hustle Smart.
So it's about what the code is. So while my brother Black Nation, you know, I like a lot of his thought processes. If an Asian woman is getting beat up by a Black man, I'm walking away. And I'm not calling the cops, because the cops might come and pop that man.
My phone dead.
Yeah, it is what it is, because this is, and he made a point about, you know, not becoming a monster to fight the monster. I'm just gonna kind of not quote him directly, right? But look, you have to understand that if they don't have any rules to the game, you also have to take the rules off the table. And we as Black people, because we are so loving and caring, and we love to sing in Negro spirituals in Africa and in Black America, that we are constantly losing because we're playing by a set of rules and they don't play by those rules. So if they're taking L's, let them take the L's. I ride my bike, or I used to ride my bike when I first moved here to go to work. And there was a white lady who just got hit by a car, and I was the first one to ride past her. I looked at her and said, I don't want to be late for work, and I kept going. You know why? Because a lot of them would have done that to us too. If it was Black, I would have jumped off my bike and I wouldn't have made it to work that day. But that is what it is about being cold. We got to stop worrying about them and start worrying about us in practice. Not true. even if you put some brain matter to think, well, why can't we think about that? No. They're not even worth my time in terms of my thoughts, because those thoughts should be what? B-O, Black only. B1 until you really get it, B-O. Now I'm gonna throw some shots at College Genesis while he's not here. Shame on him for quoting Bill Gates and not Aliko Dangote as an example of Black richness and Black excellence. You see what I'm saying? We can't always be looking up to people that don't look like us. We have to start looking inwards for Black excellence, multiply, and make that go viral.
All right, for sure. All right, Black Nations, the Hustle Smart, and I'm gonna bring Kala back on to close out. All right, go ahead, Black Nations.
Well, bro, I agree with everything you said. You know, we have to look out for ourselves, and I understand, yeah. But I was just, you know, saying on a human level, it was just about the old. It wasn't about. I mean, I look past it. If it, you know, I had taken care of my mother a long time ago, and she was, you know, on her sick bed. But, you know, I look at stuff like that as me being a human. I'm not finna just sit there and let nobody be no old person up that can't even defend it. So that's like letting some dude do something to a little baby or something, you know, in your presence. So, but I understand what you're saying. You're very 100%. But I just got to, you know, I got to do for what's right. And I understand that you do have to be on code, and you have to, you know, you might have to turn your face when you see some, you know, their problems are not our problems, and I understand it. So yeah, I agree. I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, Hustle Smart, go ahead.
Man, first thing first, man, I appreciate you for inviting me on your show. You get what I'm saying? All I feel is hot flames and heat rocks going on from everybody. You know, Knock Measy coming through 50 deep in the building, doing real work. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he at, touching down, putting people in check. Everybody's a suspect. Ain't nobody safe. So I dig that brother on that. Carla, he came through with a little fire in the beginning. Then he went to Old Baptist church singing hymns soon and very soon. You get what I'm saying? We got to love. We got to love everybody. And let me find the black shoe polish. You get what I'm saying? So I can get myself spiffy, so I can go on to work. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the other brother over here, Black Black nations, you know what I'm saying? See, I can understand your point, my brother. But see, if you don't understand that we're at war, then you will be a casualty. You get what I'm saying? You will be a casualty because the way that if you ever watch the way that white people do their thing with war, they go over there and drop bombs. They drop cluster. Look at how the British came over there and dropped cluster bombs on unarmed citizens in the Civil War in Sierra Leone. They don't care. They're gonna destroy it and then they'll rebuild it up and give it some aid. But they ain't gonna stop in the process and help grandmama goddamn sucky cross the street. You get what I'm saying? Because there's some good people, you know what I'm saying? They gonna bust grandmama Noodle's head. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna kill the kids, kill everybody, and then they're gonna come back and rebuild and plant some rice fields. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't understand that we're at war, my brother, then that's the problem. And I understand being a good person. If we weren't at war, I would do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? But this is how they get down. It is a psychological warfare. It's a physical warfare. It's a drug warfare. You get what I'm saying? And we sitting up here still trying to be nice to people that don't give it. Like, think about the messed up mentality a black person got to have. Is like, I know this white person beat me. I know they'll rape me if they get a chance. I know they'll hang me on the cross. But if I see him fall down, I'm gonna go over there and rub him on his head and tell him it's gonna be all right. I might even sing to him or invite him to the church. Why you think those black people in South Carolina were so inviting to little Andy from the Gomer Power, whatever that show is, walking up and down with a trench coat on, with 12 guns, 2 shotguns, 3 AR-15s, and 4 deer hunting knives? Because they was happy. Black people was happy that white people came around, because we're always feeling sorry for people that will step on a person that wouldn't even pee on nothing if it was raining. You know what I'm saying? They sit up there and did us dirty for 400 years, and now they sit up here pandering to it. Think about that for a second. The Democratic Party is the original party of the slave master, bro. Think about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? That is the equivalent of the Ku Klux Klan 20 years down the line saying, you know what? We like black folks. Here go $1,400 and some food stamps and some free apartments. You have black people talking about, well, the Ku Klux Klan, they don't change. They don't wear the little pointed hats no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't wear that white no more. They wear black now. You get that is how black people sound when you supporting the original party of the slave master. I'm not saying we support a Republican, but you damn sure don't start with the people that was the original part of the slave master. Why you think they fought against the North to try to keep the slaves? Those were Democrats. You get what I'm saying? It was the Republicans were trying to free the slaves in that era. But you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's shocking that black people can always sit up here and excuse the enemy, because we're the only ones that don't know that we're on a battlefield. Because white people, Asian people, Latino people, they already at us. And if you heard that Black Forum with Joe Biden talking to all them buck dancing, wig wearing, perm head dudes on that thing, they told them, you know what? Y'all need to start paying attention to Latinos. They're gonna be the new biggest group. You get what I'm saying?
Also smart. Let me. Can I get some of your time, brother? Please.
No, I got listen, man. I still got to cook dinner, and Kyle, I got.
Wait, hold on, brother, please. I never do this. It's an OG call. There's a brother named ACBN in the chat. African-centered biological nationalism. His name is Bekazita. I agree with like 95% of what he says. If he ever reaches out to get on the chat, please get him on here, because he is all about identifying who an African is / a black person. And he has not fire, but he has a lot of knowledge. So if you see ACBN and he reaches out, put him on. It will be a great show with a lot of knowledge. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Can I finish my point now?
Go on.
Okay, now Now the thing about it is, so while we sit up here, dancing in front of massa, you get what I'm saying? While we sit up here singing, while we thinking everything is funny, you get what I'm saying? We're the most jokingly people in the world, and these people say, I'm pretty sure when they came over there in the ships, it was black people helping them dock the boats. You get what I'm saying? Africans, I'm gonna say Africans. I'm guaranteeing it was African helping the slave master dock the boat because we're always helpful. We're helpful. We're helpful to the people that got a knife to our back. You get what I'm saying? And we'll sit up there and be like, okay, let me stop. I see somebody, and here we want to be super save them simp nigga. You get what I'm saying? To a person that would tell that way. You get what I'm saying? But you'll tell yourself. You'll tell yourself, hold on, bro. Listen, man. Listen, I don't interrupt people. I don't interrupt people, man. So let me just finish my point. Let me finish my point. So,
I got a show coming up. I got my radio show coming up. I can't be on that long. We got to finish this out.
Caller, you think that's a reason? You think that's a reason to interrupt me?
Yo, you were talking the whole time. This was my show.
Caller, no matter how long you was talking, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't have no reason. All I'm saying is you don't have to have a reason. There's no valid reason to interrupt somebody. If you want to interrupt, just go ahead and interrupt. Go ahead and interrupt. You don't have to have a reason for it.
You want to talk about code, man. Have some respect, man. You were a guest on the show. This is me and Dynas was doing the show. You was a guest, and you talking over.
Hold on, no. See, this is the thing. Dynas emailed me, my brother. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you lost on something. Maybe you're lost on something. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to deflect. All I said was you don't have to make up a reason to interrupt somebody. You get what I'm saying? And you talking about some other stuff.
I told Dynas I got a show to do. I got a platform to do. I got to start setting up. So he said we're gonna let everybody talk.
But you telling me to show. But what I'm saying is that you came at me all wrong on some interrupt. You can just interrupt and keep it moving, bro. I'm just saying. I just not music. I'll never understand why you got to have a reason to interrupt somebody. But go ahead though.
So I'm saying like this, man. Like I said, instead of us building, right? How about this? Let's talk about on code, right? We can have all disagree and stuff like that. Why don't we stop doing this bitch shit? And every time somebody says one little thing, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, everybody knows who the hell I am. Ain't nobody on this panel can say anything to get rid of college gents or destroy me. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop all that stuff. Let's start being men. That's what girls do. Right. You want to be able to talk about code? Let's start acting like treating each other talking to each other like men, like grown men, and deal like that. And then let's start talking stuff like that and be an example to the community. That's how you be on code. But everybody want to be on code when it comes to fuck shit and dumb nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to doing shit and participating and building and whatnot, everybody always got some excuse. Dynas, you're muted. You're muted, Dynas. You're mute. Oh, wow. Your mic went dead, bro.
And that's the thing with us, bro. We are men.
We don't respect each other as men. That's the first thing that needs to happen. That's what little girls do. Every little thing. Oh, he said this. He said that. Twist the words. Every like that.
And that's the reason why they don't respect us now. The bigger picture. The bigger.
That's why Caribbeans don't respect us. That's why Africans don't respect us.
We don't do nothing for our women. We talk.
Nobody respects women. Don't respect us.
That's right. You ain't lying.
Everybody with their ego. I gotta be bigger than him. I gotta outshine him and whatnot, man.
And you know what they look at us as little kids, and they keep us distracted like little kids in this motherfucking nation. And
the bottom line is, like I said, the music. I'm gonna say it again, right? White people control it because white people.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
White people, check this out.
Okay, good. Okay.
Check this out. When you see rappers at the Grammys, Beyonce getting 28 awards and whatnot, Kali, hey, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. White people's validation is all black people want. Black people could talk about the most vile stuff, destroying our community. The social fabric of our culture is completely gone and whatnot. But as long as you're making money and you're getting praise from white America, that is okay. Now we'll talk about code until we get rid of that. Don't tell anybody else what they need to do. because we're so cowardly. I'll tell these rappers, like I said, I got a show that goes out, and I know a lot of these entertainers listen to my show, Gangster Radio Show. They listen to the shit one night. A lot of them don't like what I say, but I say it like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn about being invited to one of your after parties. I don't give a damn about being invited to your awards and whatnot. I don't give a damn. My goal is to tell the truth, and that's what I get from the College Genesis is the truth. You know, there's people out there, white people, that are destroying Black America with the music, the culture, everything like that. Because, like I said, we all agree, white people buy it. Yeah, they buy it because they can finance it. They take Billy in the suburb to finance the Snoop Dogs and everybody in the ghetto, whatnot. And they made the whole culture, the gangster culture, more than what it really was. You know, but it plays to white America, and we're too cowardly as a race of people. Say no, that's not who we are. Look at the Nation of Islam, right? The fruit of Islam. That's who we want to be like. Look at Dr. Khalid Muhammad. That's who we want to be like. You know?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Let them cook.
Everybody want to play two sides of the fence. You got to decide what side you're going to be on. If you're going to be with this revolution, the national side, then you come with me. But if you want to do some fuck shit and do like that, then you go with the fuck boys. I'd rather have you hot or I have you cold. If you lukewarm, I'll puke you out of my mouth. You know, and we have too many lukewarm people out here. You know, if you're for this, you see how people stay with salvation, or you want to continue the same thing. There's no two ways about it. You can't go halfway. You got to be one or the other. That's all.
So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe, family. And until next time, Dynasty Mentorship. Peace.
Peace, panel.
We gone.